Welcome, I'm TS Tyler, and today is a video that I'm pretty excited for. Basically, we are going to be taking the worst teams, 2 teams from the East, 2 teams from the West, and we are going to be giving them the best duos that they've ever had on their team. It's not necessarily the 2 best players, but the 2 best players that played together, at least. So for the first team, it's T-Mac and Yao Ming. They played together from around this time range, like 2002 to 2000, I think 8 or 9. So that's what they played together. This is a pretty good duo. The Rockets are the worst in the West. They're 14 and 34. Next will be the Thunder. They're getting Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. They played together in the 90s. You see right there. These are 2 pretty good teams, and with Shea, they could end up being a contender. It's just a question on whether the rest of the team would drag them down or not. Next are the Orlando Magic. They're getting Penny Hardaway and Shaq. They played together, I think, mid-90s as well. He left in 96, and then he left in 99. So they played together mid-90s. This team... It's really bad besides that, but Shaq and Penny together, I think they should be able to carry. Next we have Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. They were able to bring a championship to Detroit. Now, with the support of Jeremy Grant and Cade Cunningham, I mean, could they do it again? Maybe. Maybe they could. This is one of the best backcourts, like, duo pairing in history. The only problem is that Cade is also a shooting guard. So if that ends up conflicting, then I might make Cade a small forward. So that rounds out the duos that we have. We're going to be doing this for 3 years, so I'm going to give everybody 3-year contracts so that they stay on the same team the whole time. And then we'll see if they're able to build around them, because I'm going to automate everything else. It's just going to be like just us watching and seeing what they can do. So we'll see you at the end of year 1. Nearing the end of year 1, Giannis wins MVP, Evan Mobley Rookie of the Year. Let's see if there's any people that we are focused with. Penny Hardaway makes All-NBA first team. Isaiah Thomas makes second team. And T-Mac makes third team along with Sean Kemp. So everyone from our duos, at least one of them made an All-NBA team. All defensive team, the glove. I don't think we're very surprised to see that there. Also, Shaq is here. So a lot of the players are getting representation. So I think the only one that really didn't was Sean Kemp and maybe Yao Ming. Going into records, the Rockets were able to grab the 2nd seed, and the Thunder were able to grab the 6th seed, and then on this side, the Pistons have the 2 seed, and the Magic have the 7 seed. If we go to look at stats, Gary Payton averaged 24 and 10, basically. Those are pretty good numbers. Sean Kemp averaged 22, 12, and 3. And then Shea was able to help them with pretty good numbers as the 3rd option. Isaiah Thomas averaged 27, 11, and 3. And Joe Dumars averaged 23, 6, and 8, which I'm pretty sure those are like better than his best numbers in the NBA. T-Mac averaged 26, 7, and 9. I mean, that's really good. And then Yao Ming averages 15, 14, and 1. Or actually 2.5 blocks. And then that rounds out the duos. So let's see if the Magic can get in from the play-in. They do end up making it in. They won the one game they needed to actually make it in. So now we have Orlando versus Brooklyn, which they could win, but I doubt it. Then we have Detroit, Philly. They really should take this with the backcourt that they have, but who knows what Embiid and Ben Simmons can do. The Rockets actually, I think, have the best court around their stars. Like Yao Ming and T-Mac also have John Wall, Christian Wood, Eric Gordon, Jayshawn Tate. So they should be able to get it done against the Clippers, who have Paul George running the 4. Why do they do that? Oh, I guess he is taller. But anyways, last week we have the OKC Thunder against the Warriors, which they're pretty evenly matched, to be honest. We're gonna go ahead and sim and see if any of our teams make it. Okay, so right now we have the Pistons down 3-1 to the 76ers. Isaiah Thomas is struggling. Then we have the Magic up 3-1 on the Nets. Penny Hardaway. Shaq is actually not doing good. Shaq carried game 1, so I guess Penny's just making it up to him. And then it's 2-2 in this series as well. Sean Kemp is, oh my goodness, Sean. Okay, let's see if Orlando can close it out and if Detroit actually loses. The Rockets get eliminated, so they lose to the Clippers, which I don't even know if I checked that series. The Magic do make it through. 3-3. It's a game 7 over here, so we're going to simcast this, and we will jump into it if need be. The Pistons get eliminated in 6. Oh, no. Okay. First quarter, second quarter. It is not a close game, and the Thunder... Off the back of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Gary Payton with 5 steals. He's doing what he can on defense. And Sean Kemp's 20 points. They make it through. So now we have one team from each conference, and it's actually the lower seeded team in each. So the Magic make it through, and the Thunder make it through. The Thunder are up 3-1, and the Magic are down. And the Magic gets swept, and OKC wins in 6. So now, it is between the Thunder and the Grizzlies for the Western Conference, and the Bucks and the Sixers, who eliminated both of our teams on the East to make it to the finals. The Thunder are up 3-0, up 3-1, and they make it to the finals. So it is the Bucks versus the Thunder. It is Giannis Antetokounmpo versus Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. So if we do our if we look at the team side by side, the Thunder have the advantage at point guard and shooting guard, and then the Bucks have Chris over Giddey, and then Giannis over Sean Kemp, and then Bobby over Derek Favors. So it is pretty even. It is one of the best players from the Thunder going up against the best player in Giannis, who actually I think won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Game 1 goes to the Bucks. Game 2 goes to the Bucks. Game 3 goes to the Thunder. Game 4 goes to the Bucks, so we're going to simcast it since it is an elimination game for these guys. It's a close game. It's not really anymore, and they lose by 14. The Bucks win the championship. So we did have one of our duos make the finals in the OKC Thunder, and we had another one get pretty close in the Magic. So looking over the teams, first the Rockets. Yao Ming improves. Tracy gets slightly worse, but gets better at three-point shooting. Jalen Green actually gets pretty good, so he's going to be a nice piece of them. John Wall's starting to get worse, so maybe they move T-Mac to point guard and Jalen Green stays at shooting guard. Next are the Thunder. Shai gets better for the Thunder. Giddey goes up by 3. They signed Hassan Whiteside, and Poku gets better. Aaron Wiggins gets better. Then the Magic, Shaq gets slightly worse. Wendell Carter goes up. Franz Wagner goes up. Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton go up. And then lastly for the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Isaiah goes up. And Cade goes up by 6. So I think I'm going to move Cade to... Either Cade is going to be the best 6th man at this point in time, or we'll move him to the 4 and City Beta power forward or something. We'll figure something out for this team. But this probably is the one that looks the most exciting, I think. This one, or the Pistons or the Thunder, because Shai getting that good is really helpful for them. Coming to the end of year 2, the Rockets look pretty good. They're the only team I've really seen, so we'll see if we can find anybody else. Embiid wins MVP. Cade wins 6th man on the Pistons. Gary Payton wins Defensive Player of the Year, so it's someone other than Giannis for once. Jalen Green wins Most Improved. He went up to like an 85. I ended up moving him to the starting lineup. I think I moved him to a small forward so he could get playing time. I'm pretty sure this is the head coach of the Rockets as well. Penny Hardaway ends up getting first team again. I'm pretty certain he got it last year. Yeah, he did. So he gets it again. No one from our crew gets second team. Third team goes to Gary Payton, McGrady, and Kemp. So both of the Thunder duo end up making an NBA team. Defensive team Gary Payton, he won Defensive Player of the Year. Shaq makes it as well. And I'm pretty sure he made Defensive team last year. So this year, every one of the teams was either a 1 seed or a 2 seed. Houston taking it on this side, Detroit taking it on this side, Orlando and OKC taking it on this side. Looking over records, Thunder went 54-28, Magic went 50-32, Pistons went 52-30, and then the Rockets went 55-27. First round, they should win these. If not, I'll be very surprised. Okay, so the first game, we should try to see if we can get this one. So we go to Magic, we should be able to simcast the Raptors versus Magic. Let's see if they can close out the series. Okay, they're up. They've won almost every quarter, and they win by 3. I didn't realize it was that close. So they do make it out of the first round. We'll say one more game. Detroit's up 3-2. OKC down 3-2. So we will do... Oh, not force win, but we will go to Thunder. We will go to Thunder and simulate Thunder versus Mavericks. And then Pistons and Celtics will go, and they do make it out of the first round. Close game right now. Pulled away a little bit. If it's within 5 towards the end of the game, then we'll watch. With 1 minute. Right now it's an 8-point game, so they gotta make it closer. It's an 11-point game. That one's over. The Thunder are gone. With Luka dropping 66 and 10. Who's guarding Luke? Gary! What are you doing? That's your job. That's what you're... I'm sorry. So, you're telling me that Luka drops 60. Not only does he drop 60, but he also drops it on the glove. Did you get steals? You got 1 steal. Gary, dude. I know you're short, but like you're not even short. He's 6'7", you're 6'4". I'm extremely surprised about that. Because that's what did it. I mean, he shot very efficiently, got to the line often, hit 50% of his threes, and shot almost like 70% from the field. So, I mean, or sorry, 60%. Like, but, alright. So going into Game 7 for the first round, they lose the first quarter, get the second, tie in the third, 3 minutes left, 7-point game. We'll check what it is. It is 11. That is enough for the Rockets to go on to the second round. So the only team we lose is OKC to the Mavericks. Let's see if we can keep everybody through round 2. So, Detroit and Orlando make it out of round 1. Problem is, Houston's down 3-2 to the Clippers. They take the first quarter, they tie the second, they take the third, and they take the fourth. T-Mac drops 26 to take them to a Game 7. Can they win that? Let's see. They tie the first quarter, get the second, lose badly in the third, and they need to win this fourth quarter big. With a minute, it's a 6-point game. If it gets really close, we'll jump in. 3-point game? I think that's close enough to jump into. So they instantly foul. And they're going to send John Wall to the free throw line. Okay, so John Wall going for his free throws. They're at home for this game, which I don't know if they were for the last one. John Wall? Oh, they are for every, actually. John Wall shoots. And he makes it. So they just have Paul George in. They have Kawhi in. Zeller, Preston, and I don't know who the other person is. And then did the Rockets just sub out Yao Ming? Bro, you better sub in your tallest defender. I mean, I know you're defending a 3, but like, you're also defending a bucket. Am I right? Am I right there? I have no idea. So the player of the game goes to Yao Ming. So you're subbing out the person who's been carrying this game. 20 points. I don't know what his other stats look like, but he probably most definitely has a double-double. Cody Zeller passes to Kawhi. Kawhi on Jalen Green. Drives. Step back. He bricks it. Jalen Green to T-Mac. That's probably game over, so we're going to see you at the end of the game. And the Rockets will go on. So all three teams that made it to round 2 make it to the conference finals. We have Houston versus Denver. Now, does Denver have anybody else? Jamal Murray, Jalen Hardy, they drafted Michael Porter Jr. That's a good team. And then on this side, we have Detroit versus the Magic. I think 2 teams that had to go through the wrath of MJ. So we'll see who makes the finals. 2-2 on the West, 3-1 to the Magic on this side. We're going to sim this game because this might be the end for the Pistons. Magic win game 1, or win the first quarter. And the Pistons won the second, Magic won the third, and the Pistons are leading the fourth. So they are up right now. They're up by 4, up by 2, up by 4, up by 2. This one is going to be one we check out. So a minute 13 left. They give it to Cade Cunningham. Up by 2. This is set up to be one of the most intense ones. Isaiah Thomas sitting open in the corner. They smoke a layup. Jalen Suggs gets the rebound. Shaq's on the floor. I think Penny is also on the floor. Suggs is taking the ball. You're going to dish it. They're going to dish it to Wendell Carter Jr. who does a fake wide open and drives and misses the bucket. Oh my goodness. Isaiah Thomas gets the ball. Passes to Cade. Cade has an open lane and he dunks it. Suggs has the ball in hand. You really need to give this ball to Penny or get Shaq involved. And they drive, and he makes that layup. That was a pretty clutch layup from Suggs. Cade gets the ball. One last possession before the Magic will get it. Cade drives, driving, dishes to Jeremy Grant on Wendell Carter, misses. Wendell Carter has the ball. They have a full possession to try to get a bucket. They pass it to Shaq. Shaq wide open dunk. Tie game. Oh no. The Pistons are choking. Pass it to Cade Cunningham. They don't have Joe on the floor. They chose Cade over Joe here. They are going to take the final shot before overtime. Cade driving on Cole Anthony. Spin move. Shaq gets the board. Full court heave. Misses. So we are going to overtime. And the Pistons won. I did that way too fast. But the Pistons won, and they're going to force a game 6. So the Pistons are going to force a game 6. We are going to look at this. Houston ends up beating the Nuggets in game 5. So the Pistons need to win to force a game 7, and they look like they're doing it. And then the Magic win to end the series. They win every quarter, and they win by 20. Game 7. Okay, we're going to do this one first. Just to see if the Rockets can ice out the Nuggets. They win the second quarter, win the third quarter. And that's a game by 3 points. So the Rockets are in the finals. Magic win the first quarter. Or actually, the Pistons win the first and second quarter. I think the Magic are choking this. They're losing. The Pistons are gonna make it. And with the Pistons, I'm gonna adjust their rotation so they have Cade at 3. Okay, so the Rockets v Pistons. This is the only 2 people left. The first time we have any of our teams in the finals. So we'll see who takes. Rockets take game 1. Pistons take game 2. Rockets take game 3. Rockets take game 4 as well, so we can look at the box score for that. Isaiah Thomas tried to carry the Pistons, and then T-Mac dropped 26-17. Yao Ming dropped 17 and 16. So an elimination game for the Pistons. They need to make another 3-1 comeback if they want to win a finals. And they start off the first quarter hot. They get blown out in the second and the third. Okay, going down to the final few minutes. They're down by 20. And that means the Rockets will beat the Pistons in 5 to win their first championship in a long time. going into the final year, Cade is really good for the Pistons, so that makes them a very big contender. They end up getting Sadiq Bey of a high overall, Jim Grant still, Isaiah Stewart still here, Killian Hayes, Saban Lee. I'm pretty sure it's just the exact same team. Just kind of running it back. Yao Ming gets better. Chase McGrady stays the same. Jalen Green goes up to an 88. So they do have a similar big three to what the Pistons are rolling with, except they signed Mike Conley to go with John Wall, Sengun, Christopher, Garuba. So I'm not sure which one of those teams is better. I think it would probably be the Pistons. Going on to the Thunder. Shea stays the same. Giddey stays the same. Trey Mann gets better. Kenny Chandler. So their bench gets better, but their core just stay the same. And then for the Magic, Shaq goes down one, and then they get Jalen Suggs to become an 83. So this team is by far the weakest, in the star power. They don't really have a third guy like the other teams do. Say Suggs is the closest thing to it. But they do have more depth, it feels like. But they do have more depth, it feels like. Actually, it doesn't even feel like it. It just looks like they have more depth than everybody else. So we'll see what team can come out on top, or even if any of the team comes out on top. So we'll see you in the playoffs for the final year of this video. So coming to the end of the final season. I mean, the Pistons do just about the same as they did last year. Joel Embiid wins MVP again. Cole Anthony wins Sixth Man for the Magic. Cade wins Most Improved. And the Rockets coach won Coach of the Year. Sean Kemp gets the All-NBA first team for the Thunder. Kenny... Oh, this is rookies. Okay. I was going to freak out. Second team, Penny Hardaway. And third team, Cade, actually, for the Pistons. So, not Isaiah Thomas or Joe Dumars, but Cade instead. Gary Payton again makes all-defensive first team. And Yao Ming finally makes a team in all-defensive. I'm pretty sure that's the first team he's made. Yeah, the first team he's made in this sim. So apparently something got passed that I didn't know about with the conferences going away and then actual teams coming. So the Magic didn't make it. The Magic missed. Shaq didn't get hurt because there's no injuries, but they just didn't make the playoffs. They weren't. Wow. Wow. So the Magic just don't make it, and then both of these other teams are in the top 4. We're just gonna go through round 1, and Detroit gets swept. Yeah. Sorry for my confusion. This year I'm not doing Game 7s unless it's between teams that I know. So the only people that are still alive are Houston and OKC. OKC makes it through, and Houston loses. I'm beyond confused. And technically, this bracket won't matter if OKC can win because it'll be an Eastern Conference team on this side. And it is. It's the Raptors, who have Gobert and Tristan Thompson, versus Sean Kemp, Josh Giddey, Shea, Gary Payton, and Jakob Poeltl. They need to win. This is the redemption for y'all, man. 2-2? 3-2? 3-3? Oh my goodness. They win the first quarter, lose the second by a lot, lose the third by a lot. They got smoked. So the Thunder made it twice and lost twice, and then the Rockets won the other championship. So that'll do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoy, and I hope y'all like the idea, because I did. If y'all have any ideas for videos that you want me to see me do in the future, feel free to let me know, and I'll try to do them. And I'll see you all next time.